Ever feel like you're trekking through a desert when you're really searching for knowledge?
Oh, yeah.
Today, we're diving deep into the path of the disciple.
Okay.
This is an article by Pedro Elias,
Right.
and it uses the desert as a metaphor
Interesting.
for the internal journeys we take when we're
Well, yeah, 'cause
trying to
it's-
find peace.
Okay.
Have you ever felt that way?
I think so many people can relate to that feeling of searching for something,
Yeah.
like an oasis.
It's so powerful, this imagery that he uses.
Yeah.
He really draws you in. You can almost feel the weight of expectations, the exhaustion of searching.
Right.
What is it about this desert metaphor that makes it so effective?
Well, when we're talking about personal growth, I think about what the desert represents.
Okay.
It's this place of stripping away,
Yeah.
of confronting challenges head on,
Right.
really venturing outside of our comfort zone.
It's bare.
Yes.
It's desolate.
It's where we're exposed and vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in those uncomfortable stretches that we really discover who we are and what we're capable of.
You have to shed all the unnecessary baggage,
Exactly.
both literally and figuratively.
Precisely. And in that shedding, that's where we often come face to face with those mirages
Oh, yeah.
that Elias talks about.
The illusions.
Those alluring illusions
Mm-hmm.
that promise these quick fixes and easy answers.
It'll be easier.
We've all chased a mirage or two in our lives.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when it comes to finding peace.
Yes.
If I could just achieve this one thing
Right.
or buy that one product,
I'll have peace of mind.
then I'll be happy.
Yes.
It's like we're so fixated on the destination that we forget about the journey.
Yes, and that's a crucial point that Elias makes in this piece.
Yeah.
He challenges us to question that obsession with the end goal,
Right.
the oasis off in the distance.
Yeah.
And he even goes so far as to describe this almost shocking act
Okay.
of burning the book about peace.
Now that's where I got stuck.
Okay,
Burning the book about peace?
right.
That just seemed wrong.
It's provocative.
It felt sacrilegious.
It's meant to be.
Help me understand this.
It gets to the heart of how we approach knowledge in general.
Okay.
We get so attached to the idea of knowing something
Yeah.
that we miss the actual experience of it.
Right.
You know.
So it's like we can read about the coolness of an oasis all day long,
Yes.
but until we feel that cool water on our skin,
Yes.
we haven't actually experienced it.
Exactly.
It's like we think we can just read about it,
Right.
and that'll be enough.
Yeah, and just accumulate all this knowledge,
Yeah.
but we're not actually embodying it.
Instead of actually going to the well
Yes.
and getting the water.
And this is where that burning the book analogy
Yeah.
really comes in.
It's powerful.
It's about letting go
Yeah.
of that rigid attachment
Right.
to knowledge
Okay.
so that we can be open to a more direct experience.
So instead of just accumulating knowledge about peace,
Yes.
we start living it.
Yes.
We start embodying it.
Exactly.
And that brings us to the oasis,
Okay.
which I thought was so interesting,
Right.
the way Elias describes this.
Yeah.
It's not something out there.
Right.
It's not a destination.
It's not a place on a map.
It's a transformation
Yes.
that happens inside of us.
It's a state of being.
How often are we seeking things?
Oh, yeah.
A new job,
Right.
a new house,
More money?
our relationship,
Mm.
thinking that's going to give us peace,
Right.
when really it's about cultivating something
Cultivating that inner oasis.
inside of ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like you're at work
Right.
and you're stressed out
Yeah.
and you think, oh, I just want to go to the beach.
Right.
I just want to be on that beach.
And then I'll be relaxed.
Yeah, if I could just get there, then I would be peaceful.
Yeah, but you get there and you're still you.
Right.
You've brought yourself with you.
And my problems are still there.
Exactly.
They followed me to the beach.
They did.
Yeah.
So how do we cultivate that?
Well, Elias offers us these 3 tools,
Okay.
which I found to be kind of unexpected.
Okay.
Faith, surrender, and aspiration.
Now, those sound a little bit,
Right. Ooh.
they can,
Yeah.
when I think about those.
Right.
Especially faith, I immediately think.
Religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not really my thing.
Well, and Elias is not talking about,
Okay.
any sort of
Okay.
religious dogma
Right.
or blind faith,
Okay.
but more this deep trust in the process
Okay.
of growth,
Okay.
even when it's hard.
Yeah. Even when it feels uncomfortable or uncertain.
Yeah, because we're in the desert.
You're in the desert.
It's hard.
It's challenging.
Yeah.
So it's that trust that even though you can't see the path,
Right.
your inner compass
Okay.
is guiding you.
So I don't have to have all the answers.
No.
I just have to trust that.
Trust the process.
I can do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Have faith.
What about surrender?
Okay, so surrender.
That one's hard for me too.
That one's tough.
Because I feel like that's giving up.
Right? It has this negative connotation.
Yeah.
Like you're admitting defeat.
Right, thrown in the towel.
Yeah. But Elias is talking about
Okay.
letting go of control.
Okay.
Can you imagine being in the desert,
Yeah.
trying to control every grain of sand?
That's impossible.
That's exhausting.
Right.
So surrender in this context is about accepting what is
Okay.
rather than resisting it.
So it's like if a storm comes up
Yes.
in the desert,
Yes.
I can either fight it
Yeah.
or I can just be like, okay,
Write it out.
this too shall pass.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got trust,
Yes.
we've got letting go,
Acceptance,
and then there's aspiration.
aspiration.
How does that fit in?
So aspiration is about aligning our actions
Okay.
with a greater purpose.
Okay.
It's about moving beyond our own ego-driven desires
Okay.
and tapping into something larger than ourselves.
So it's not just about setting goals
Right.
for me.
It's connecting it to something bigger,
Yeah.
something more meaningful.
something bigger than myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And asking yourself,
Hmm.
how can my journey, my experiences,
Yeah.
my own growth contribute to something beyond just me?
So the oasis isn't just for me.
Exactly.
It's for everyone.
It's a shared resource.
So we're all in this desert together.
Yeah.
But that journey
Right.
that we take,
It's not aimless.
it doesn't have to be aimless.
Yeah.
We can choose to align it
We can choose to head in a particular direction.
with something bigger than ourselves.
Absolutely.
Give it some meaning.
Yeah, it's like we're creating a map together.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I like that.
A map that leads to a collective oasis.
And that is a great way to transition
Okay.
to talking about paying it forward,
Okay.
which Elias talks about at the end of his article.
Yeah, at the very end, he's like, okay, so you've tasted the waters of the oasis, now what?
Now what is...
Right. It's like you have a responsibility to share that,
Oh, really?
to help others find their way.
So it's not enough to just get there myself.
Right.
I've got to
Bring
bring
it.
people with me.
Right. And it's tricky because you don't want to
Bum.
be that person who's like, I found the way. You have to.
I have all the answers.
Right.
Yeah, nobody likes that guy.
Nobody likes that.
So how do we do that?
Well, it's about
Help people without...
authenticity, I think, is a big part of it.
Okay.
Not being afraid to share your story,
Okay.
but also recognizing that everyone's journey is unique,
Yeah.
right? So we can offer guidance and support
Be a good friend.
on the
Moving
journey,
through.
but ultimately everyone has to find their own way.
You can't carry their backpack for them.
Exactly.
Right. You can say, hey, I think there's
I think I see a mirage over there.
water over there.
Let's avoid that.
Yeah. Or I went this way and I hit a dead end.
Right.
But
But you got to walk it yourself.
got to walk your own path.
So what's the one thing you
Oh.
hope people listening
Yeah.
take away
Having
from
this conversation about this article.
about Elias and the path of the disciple?
You know, I think that the oasis,
Yeah.
the peace
Mhm.
that we all long for,
Yeah, we're all searching for it.
it's not something we're going to find out there.
Right.
It's not.
It's not a thing.
It's not a thing, and it's not external.
It's internal.
It's something we cultivate within ourselves.
And as we do that,
And as we do that,
we can help other people cultivate it.
we become a source of refreshment for others.
It's like this positive feedback loop. Exactly.
I love it.
It's not just about us.
And that's a great place to end this deep dive
Yes.
into the path of the disciple.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me.
This has been great.
And thank you to our listeners
Yes.
for joining us. And we'll see you next time.